So now let's take a look. This is my view right now, and I'm walking. And I see what my eyes have been shown. I see something that's like promising and green and lush and scary. You see, a voice says, take it. And a voice says, leave it. Right? I'll probably say to the dog, leave it. And I'll say to myself, take it. Question is, why should I take it? Because maybe I just need a supply. I need a stock. Right? Just as I needed to cut my hair. So I don't know. All I know is I'm piling up on things. I'm a collector. Right? You know that collector. Sitz, 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 bleib. You know that collector in the Marvel movies. Ha, ha. Sitz, bleib. The collector in the Marvel movies, right? You see, I'm collecting. Oh, I'm collecting memories. Don't cling. Don't cling. Well, I'm a collector. I came here to collect. I'm collecting memories. I'm collecting beautiful things. Right? And the dog doesn't listen to me. I say to the dog, do this, and the dog says, ruff. Holy shit. Right? So what I'm doing at the moment is collecting information, because I came here to do something. I came here to free people. I came to free people. I came to free people. To show them their loving bits. And I'm afraid that dog will just eat this mushroom. So sometimes I've heard people saying, you have to ask permission. So, do I have to ask permission to take this? Please, Mother Nature, can I take these mushrooms for my very, very selfish reasons of freeing people? Because I thought it's really boring in this world when everybody's asleep and running around after consumerism. And Mother Nature says, take it. You could say, be greedy with the things that help you to grow. And reject the things. See, that one has a bit of mold on it. The stem is also good. At least that's what I have the feeling. Now, I'm not saying to you do something with it. I've said that before. Aus. Aus. I think she knows it's not for her. Right? So, I'm harvesting. I am a harvester, I'm a collector. I'm collecting rarities. At the moment I'm collecting rare souls, right? I'm trying to figure out who's fit to live in this kind of world, right? Who's really fit to live in this kind of world that I'm trying to create? Because not everybody is. And so some people will feel really miserable about it because they feel like they're being excluded. right? But that's not my choice, right? It's not like I actively choose the people, you know, who can be in my world. But life shows me who's ready to be harvested. You know, life shows me, my feeling says, take this one and leave that one, right? Like this one here still needs a bit of time. And that one is good to go. And so sometimes my life tells me to leave something, and sometimes I don't, right? Sometimes there are two different voices. Sometimes one voice says this and another voice says that. And then I have to make a decision and let go of whatever else, you know, I could have chosen. Because if you make a choice for one thing, you immediately choose against everything else. So I made a choice for that woman. Because I said, the next woman that I'm going to be with, and I hope you know what that means. I'm not going to go into details about such topics. You know, the next woman I'm going to be with is going to be my wife. And because I was with her, you know, I had to stick to it. And that's how it feels like we're being pulled towards each other. And that's scary. And that's awesome. It's as much as I can bear at the moment. Because it's really, really beautiful. But I too am living in a fantasy well, it looks like it's not recording anymore. Yeah, it is. Just this thing seems to be stuck. So it's a fantasy where I say, I'm not worth being loved by such a beautiful woman. And the weird thing is, if you find that woman or that man of your dreams, and I believe a woman can only be to a man what a man can be to a woman. That's my truth, right? So when you find that special someone, it's going to make you shit your pants. And in a way, that's the crazy part. I see myself in her, and that's a bit weird. It's like, wait, she looks a bit like me. Like the same kind of eyebrows I see in her. What does that mean, right? Because then it feels like, because we are both so similar, that it feels a bit like being with yourself. And that's as much liberating as it is fucking weird. So you have to let go of everything you thought you knew and open up to what is. Because that's how it is. It's reality, it's truth. It feels right on in the middle of my heart. And it says, just let it happen. Because what you always wanted, if you're honest to yourself, is somebody who's a bit like you. Who's a bit like crazy like you, who's a bit like stubborn like you, you know, he's like, or who is like somebody to spar with, somebody that shares your dream rather than try to manipulate it. And because I'm the man, I need somebody to walk with me. I want to set this is the goal. And she's walking with me. That's what my feeling says me, right? But she also has her own intuition, which means if that asshole is like this, you know, okay, I'm gonna listen to him, but I'm gonna say nothing. Because that's gonna draw all of his love out of him. And that sounds really cheesy, and it's very true. Right? That's gonna draw the love out of me. Because it's drawing the poison from the wound. It's drawing the poison from the wound. It's drawing the fear out of myself and closing the wound. Because if this woman, which is the absolute fulfillment of all of my dreams, you know, if what I'm doing gets me closer to her, that means in the end, life has proven to me you can live, you can love, you can be who you are, and there are still people that love you anyway. You know, as shit as I am sometimes, you know, I'm just as nice. And that's why I made a decision, right, to tie my shoes really slowly, so that some people may get really angry because they have to wait for me. But I'm taking the time to, you know, tie my shoes. And if somebody gets angry and impatient, that's what I have with her, that's my problem, right? But I'm tying my shoe. And my fear is, of course, that while she's tying her shoe, she's using other people's fingers to do that. And I hope you know what that means. The finger being, right? That's like a metaphor for the penis. You know, it's like, fuck, shove it up your ass, right? Put it wherever you want to. Anyway, Christopher-Reusch.com. I've said that. That's the Barbarian Lunatic. I do music. I do books. I'm not famous for my looks. I am famous for myself. I can put that on a shelf or throw the shelf away. That's all I have to say.